Scene 1. Teresa sits in a live studio audience. The host is a Chuck Scarborough-esque voice, which we can hear but not see.
Welcome back to Mass Reaction, Boston's public forum. It is June 2nd, 1973. And to get us started, I'd love to know what our audience thinks about boxing. Yes, young lady.
I know that watching men punch each other can be entertaining for some of you, but why can't men love instead of hurt one another? And to that point, Mr. Fraser, is there a reason why Channel 7 has devoted so little coverage to gay events and to gay men and lesbians? Why won't you answer? And why are the rest of you snickering? Are you afraid of them? Homosexuals are being ignored by this station and every other major media platform in this city. They deserve rights like everyone else.
Slow down, honey. You don't want to scare the horses here.
No, my intention here is...
Anyone else on boxing? Tough crowd. Okay, next topic then. I hear we want to talk about televisions in the American household. This is a television program. I have to admit to having a bias. But let's hear from one of our audience members.
Teresa storms away, leaving the station behind. Back in her apartment, Teresa is writing.
And although there was no dramatic, immediate results, consciousness was raised a few feet, and they are quickly learning that we are a force to be reckoned with. That could be something.
Teresa looks over what she's written before packing it up and exiting. Scene 2. It is early June, with the sun shining bright in the Arnold Arboretum. Eric enters and sits on a bench with 2 styrofoam coffee cups. Teresa hurries in.
Hi, sorry I'm late. The train was behind, so I missed the bus I was trying to take.
God, will the tea ever run the way we want it to?
Probably not.
Here's a coffee for you.
Oh, thank you, lifesaver.
I appreciate you meeting me out here. I need to be outside after being in school all week trying to get my final grades in.
You know I'll meet you here any day. Happy summer! You're done! You're done, right? No more worrying about grades or if Rachel is going to get long division.
Rachel actually did so well in her final exam. Wait, how do you know about Rachel?
You kidding? Everyone knows you were worried about Rachel.
She's just one of those kids, you know?
No, I don't. But now you're free, and I can have you all to myself, and we can finally see each other.
If I can ever pin you down.
What can I say?
I don't know how you do it all. I can't keep anything straight. Pun fucking intended before you say anything. I feel like I keep missing things, or I hear about them too late. I signed up for Good Gay Poets newsletter, but the newsletter seems to always arrive after the events happen. The way you go to the lesbian raps and the Daughters of Belighted softball games on top of everything else is beyond me.
I am a journalist. I know how to keep my nose in everything so I don't miss stuff. You, my friend, are an overworked elementary school teacher who I imagine gets home on weeknights and collapses onto the couch.
Not every night. But yeah, most nights.
Exactly.
Well, Christopher can't keep up either.
Well, yeah, no one can. Everything is run by volunteers, so announcements aren't consistent, and we're having this conversation every single day.
It shouldn't be this hard.
Well, there is a group of us doing something about it.
A group of who? Doing what?
I was talking with Allison last week. I was at the meeting house and it came up again. She told me they moved the DOB rap sessions from Monday to Tuesday, and apparently 6 people still showed up on Monday. Anyway, 8 of us decided that there needs to be a centralized list of events somewhere, so we created this.
Teresa pulls a plain brown envelope out of her bag and hands it to Eric.
What is this?
Open it. Just be careful with how it's shown.
Eric opens the envelope slowly, pulling out a newspaper.
Gay community news?
Read it.
Long-standing need in the Boston gay community for improved communications between various gay organizations and the gay individual. Vast portions of the community left uninformed, the gay community newsletter is meant as a means to solve this problem. The purpose will be to list all the events and information of interest to the gay community in one publication. Wow, Teresa.
What do you think?
I mean, it's amazing, and I think it'll be so helpful, but...
What?
Are you being safe?
It is a group of us. It is totally safe. And besides, I want to be helping the community.
I know. I heard about you on Mass Reaction. I know you're always going to be fighting for us.
What's wrong?
It was a bad idea. I mean, I know the Phoenix has plenty of gay staffers, but aren't you worried about coming out and it causing issues?
Not since I switched jobs, no. I'm out at the Phoenix, so most people in my life know. I am sick of hiding who I am.
What about Deborah? Does she know?
Well,
It's a yes or no.
So now that you're done with school, you can start planning for Pride and what events and workshops you want to go to.
We'll see. Which ones are you going to?
I'm helping organize the Gay Women's Workshop on Tuesday, so I'll be at the meeting house for that. And I think the men's workshop is at the same time.
Do you know what they're doing?
Why would I?
Well, you know everything.
It just says consciousness raising group, which probably means that whoever's planning it has no idea yet.
Okay. Well, what else do we have here? I haven't heard of most of these.
Thus the newsletter.
Ooh, Chrissy's leading the transsexual and transvestite workshop. Good for her. Wait, Bruce and Harry are leading a relationship workshop? We get it. You've been together for 8 years.
At least they're doing something.
It couldn't have been Marty and Tom?
Marty getting his act together to lead something?
Well, good luck convincing Christopher to go. He can't stand Harry.
So very few can.
Can I take this home with me? Going to the parade in New York was my only plan.
Yes, of course you can. And I'd better see your subscription request come in.
T, you know I love you, and it's great that you're doing this.
But
I can't have a newspaper that literally says gay on it in big letters delivered to my apartment. I'm sorry, I just can't do that.
we'll be delivering them in these envelopes, I think. Does that help?
Can I see that?
Yeah.
Teresa hands over the envelope. Eric holds it up to the sun.
Don't you think you're being a bit dramatic?
No one in my building knows, and I don't know these people well enough to take a chance. And my landlord is definitely a bigot. And I already had one neighbor ask about Christopher. I cannot risk them finding out.
I get that, I do, and we think that the envelopes are the safest option. Believe me, we argued about it for an hour and a half.
Okay, if you think it's safe, then I'll subscribe. But if it starts to become an issue, is there an easy way to stop?
You know someone on the inside, and if it does become a problem, we'll find a new way to keep everyone safe so you can come back.
You really believe in this, don't you?
I have to. I have to believe that there is a better way for us to organize and communicate, or else how are we supposed to fight for liberation? I mean, every word is controversial. There's enough gay people in Boston to have a community and enough going on that we need a newsletter. This is a moment that we need to seize, and I'm ready.
And I'm glad you are. Just be careful.
I understand why you're worried, but I feel good about this. I feel invigorated.
Do you want to come over for dinner? Christopher and I are having a little end of school year celebration, and I get to laugh that he still has to go to work on Monday.
I would love to, but I already have plans with Deborah tonight.
Oh, Deborah.
Don't start.
You were just saying you don't want to hide anymore.
I'm not hiding, or if I am, it is in plain sight.
I mean, what do you even talk about?
I don't know. Life? Feminism?
Boys.
Sometimes, but not always. She wants what's best for me, and I want what's best for her.
She can't know what's best for you if she doesn't know you.
But she does. We've been friends for almost 10 years. The only person who knows me better is you.
That can't be true.
We came into ourselves together. We discovered feminism and the world beyond home together. She's become important to me.
I don't want to see her break your heart.
She won't.
If you say so. Well, if I'm cooking tonight, I should get going. I love it here, but it is not the easiest walk back.
Oh, good luck on those hills.
Thanks. My calves will appreciate it.
Okay. I'll see you at dinner before the workshops next week, but let's figure out another time after the busyness of Pride, okay?
Sounds perfect. I mean, I'm super free now.
Don't gloat. It's not a good look on you.
Everything's a good look on me.
Okay, bye.
As Eric walks away, Teresa pulls out her journal. Suddenly, she's on the couch in her apartment, in a frenzied state of writing. Homosexuals in the past have been put down by the media, laughed at, and thoroughly discredited as functioning human beings. The way to change that is by media representation. Fair, accurate, consistent representation. And that's what I'm fighting for. I am fighting for and with my gay brothers and sisters so that There is a knock on the door. Deborah's here. Teresa stashes her journal. Scene 3. Before we know it is later in the night, half a bottle of wine down.
I'm so glad you got yourself a studio. I did not like those girls you were living with before.
I know, Deborah, you did not hide your dislike of them.
It wasn't that I didn't like them as people, but I never felt comfortable when I came over. There were
So many of them. Yes, I lived with 3 other women. It's not like there was this huge number of people I was living
It
with.
felt like more than that. And they were always there, especially Stephanie. I mean, she would not leave you alone.
We were friends. It wasn't weird.
I don't think she liked me.
Well, good thing she's in California now. We can't all be like you and have one roommate for the rest of our lives.
I know, I got so lucky.
Speaking of Paul, did you need to use me as an excuse tonight?
Oh my god, right, I couldn't tell you on the phone.
I've been waiting with bated breath.
He was going to cook me dinner.
No.
I know. Like I trust anything he'd cook after that castle.
I was unwell for days.
I know.
What did you say to him?
I suggested that we start cooking lessons, and he got a little mad.
Well, he should be able to do the thing that's expected of you after you get home from the hospital and wipe the shit, blood, and vomit off of you.
My point exactly.
Did he eventually agree?
Only after I called him sexist.
Yes, you did.
And that got all flustered.
I can't wait to see how this goes.
Hopefully we don't kill each other. I still love him though.
I know you do, and that's sweet.
I didn't think it would be so easy. All the feminist talks we went to in college made it seem like we wouldn't ever find a man we could stand to be around.
Right, yeah, you probably found the only one.
No, there's at least one more out there for you.
Oh, don't say that to me.
You can't swear off love for the rest of your life.
I can try.
I will find you someday.
Don't bring that into my home.
I must! How else will the universe hear me beg for you to meet someone?
Don't listen to her, universe. None for me, please, please.
Teresa's phone rings. She answers it.
Hello? Deborah? No, I've never heard that name before.
Deborah starts packing up her and gathering her things.
Your husband is in the phone booth outside of my apartment. The creep! You're early, ruining all of our fun. It seems like you must go.
Tell him I'll be right down.
She said she's running away to join the circus.
Oh, Teresa!
Okay, fine. She said she's on her way down. Okay, bye, Paul. See you soon.
Teresa hangs up the phone.
Just like him to come early.
Well, thanks for using me as an excuse. Tonight was fun.
Thanks for running with my plan, as you always do. Let's plan something again soon.
Call whenever.
Sure, except you rarely pick up.
Sorry, I'm busy. What can I say? A girl like me likes to stay active.
We'll make something work.
Okay, drive safe. And tell Paul I said hi.
I will.
Okay, bye.
Deborah leaves. Teresa is left behind, pulling her journal out from where she had stashed it. Teresa writes and writes.
When does omitting the truth become a lie? Where is the line, and have I crossed it? Does Deborah know? If Deborah knows, but we don't talk about it, does it count?
She begins to slow down, eventually falling asleep covered in papers. As the sun comes up, Teresa awakens, then exits. Scene 4. In the Arboretum, Eric and Christopher have found a corner to themselves. They sit close to each other, but not close enough to attract any unwanted attention. Christopher is polishing off a lemon square.
Good lunch?
Of course it was. An anniversary lunch made by the love of my life. Perfection. You really outdid yourself today.
I should have been a chef.
You were doing exactly what you were meant to do.
I know. I just...
You worry about them.
Oh, I do.
All you can do is support them while they're in your classroom.
I hope the world doesn't chew them up and spit them out.
And enjoy your summer and rest so you can do it all again next year.
I'm enjoying the sun.
Finally, I was so sick of wearing my raincoat every day.
As cute as you are in that massive yellow raincoat.
Fuck you, I love that raincoat. I look divine in that
Oh,
raincoat.
it's great. We never lose you in a crowd.
As someone comes into view, they put some distance between them.
Anything good in that paper?
Yes, I get to say I told you so to Teresa the next time I see her.
She usually gets to say that to you. What did she do?
Well, she told me that this newsletter would just be a calendar of events.
Yeah, it was really helpful for Pride Week.
And I knew it would turn into something bigger. And I was right. Listen to this. And now, we'll include factual reporting on news of interest to the gay community. We shall seek to encourage lively and stimulating communication on event-oriented news. We invite you to send your comments and opinions, as well as your reactions to what you read here or elsewhere. This is your newsletter. Use it with "use it" in all caps.
That definitely sounds like her, but what's the problem? It actually sounds really interesting.
I'm worried about her attaching herself to something so visible.
Teresa's a grown-up. She can handle herself. Plus, this sounds exactly like her. Showing up for the community and reporting.
Whose side are you on here?
There are no sides. She's doing something that she loves, clearly. That's exactly what she needs in her life.
But the
Don't
visitor...
turn it into something until it becomes something.
You're right.
Oh, say that again?
Say what? I have no idea what you're talking about.
Someone walks past them.
Get off our lawn.
This is a public space.
I don't care. It's our place.
I love that it's become our place. Did I get to share it with you?
Our anniversary is making you sappy.
Fine, I'll shut up.
No. I'm sorry. I love that your place has become our place.
Speaking of our place,
Oh?
Well, hear me out before you say anything.
Okay.
Just let me get this out. I got a letter the other day asking if I wanted to renew my lease, and it got me thinking, why would I renew this lease when maybe we can move in together and sign a new one? I love you, and I want to spend the rest of my life with you, and I want to share more life together. Of course, it's risky, and I've thought about a lot how we
Of
can
course,
minimize
I
this.
will move in with you.
Really?
Obviously. Did you think I was gonna say no?
We'll need a new apartment.
Okay.
I've already started thinking of a plan so that we can go about it safely as we can. Rick has been sending me some advertisements for 2-bedroom apartments, and he helped Marty and Tom get their place, so he can help us.
That sounds great. You ready for my grand proposal?
Your grand proposal?
Well, we've been together for 3 years, and I love being with you, and loving you, and being loved by you.
And I you.
And I want to marry you.
Marry me?
It wouldn't be official or anything like that, just something for us and the people we love to celebrate our commitment to each other.
Like a union ceremony.
Exactly! I'm glad you've heard of them.
I've heard of them. I just thought they were something for the hippies out west.
Just because you don't know anyone who's had one doesn't mean they're not for us. I read about one in The Advocate. Maybe we want one for us.
We could get harassed. We could get fired. It feels too risky.
We wouldn't do it in the common or anything like that. We could do it at the meeting house or throw a dinner party in our new apartment.
I don't know.
Okay, so you're ready to move in together, but not make a declaration of love in front of some friends? In the privacy of our apartment. How is that less dangerous?
You're right. Right.
What is it then?
Okay. Yes, it's safety. I'm always worried about that. What if a parent finds out and somehow I can't teach? I don't know what I'd do. But also, men have been together without getting married for hundreds of years. Why is this so important to you? Why now?
You sound just like Teresa.
No, I do
You
not
do.
sound like...
And I get it. Marriage can bring up a lot for you and her, but I want a chance to celebrate our love with the people who matter. It feels big. Our love feels big. I want to share that.
But I don't want to imitate straight life. Getting married is a heterosexual rite of passage, something the girls at work get so excited for, coming in and showing off their rings and talking about planning.
Okay, but
And I don't want to be a parent.
we wouldn't be. Everything about it would be ours. We would make it about us. Each detail a celebration of our love in the exact way we want.
And what would it be like?
Are you open to hearing my ideas?
I am open to hearing your ideas.
You can cook an amazing dinner, and I can make a beautiful speech. There'll be lilacs. We can invite our closest friends.
I have the list in my head.
And I'm positive it's the exact list I have.
And it would be safe for everyone.
It would be safe for everyone. We need to find our joy in life, and this would bring me joy.
I do want that joy. I want to make you happy, more than anything. I just think I need some more time.
You can take all the time you need.
So where's my ring?
Oh, but to get the ring, you would have to say yes. Anyway, I do think that a diamond would better on moi.
Oh, you wish.
After a time, Christopher leaves Eric in the Arboretum to enjoy the summer air. Scene 5. A week later, another sunny day in the Arnold Arboretum. Teresa enters, writing in her journal while trying to balance 2 coffee cups.
I will continue to fight back on society that only teaches that for love to be legal, it must only be between man and woman.
She catches herself from almost spilling and stashes her journal to safely make her way to Eric.
Hi. Sorry. Here's the coffee for you.
Ooh, thank you.
I know you're luxuriating in summer break, but I needed one.
Oh, I will always want a coffee. And I'm going to the Charles Street dance tonight for the first time in a while. And if I'm going to be dancing until 1, I need a boost.
Yeah, happy to provide. I was going to go, but my interview tonight got rescheduled to early tomorrow morning.
On a Saturday? That should be illegal.
Such is my life.
So how have you been since Pride?
I've been good, just super busy.
I can tell. Your pen name was in gay community news a few times. Not going to become something bigger, huh?
I knew you were going to say something about that. It just happened. But it's been exciting, and I feel like I'm making a difference in the community because of it. And it's growing so quickly. I'm really proud of it.
How are you balancing everything?
I'm just doing it. The Phoenix has to be the priority because that's what pays. But it's all writing, which I love, and none of it really feels like work.
Well, proud of you.
Thank you.
What else do you have going on in your life?
All things you know about, throwing myself into work after Stephanie, as I have been.
We have to find you someone new.
Oh, I'm over it. I'm over the club scene. I was at the other side, and I swear to God, the only lesbians that were there were either friends, exes, or friends of exes. And Stephanie leaving burned me. I don't want to get involved just for Boston to be a stopover city again.
Maybe someone will come along, surprise you.
So what about you? How have you been? How is Christopher?
I'm good. So is Christopher. He just switched jobs. Did I tell you he's doing marketing at Filene's?
Does he get a discount?
Yep, big deciding factor in him taking the job.
Obviously. And you guys are still good.
Yeah, we're really good. Actually, Christopher kind of proposed.
Oh, that is a good one. That's good.
But he actually did propose.
No, he didn't.
He did.
What?
He wants to have a union ceremony.
Christopher wants to have a union ceremony.
Yeah, kind of like getting married. But we do something that fits us and means something to us.
I know what a union ceremony is. I just don't get why you would want one.
Well, to celebrate ourselves and our relationship.
Eric, marriage? Please tell me you said no.
No, I said I would think about it, but I'm leaning towards the yes.
You're leaning
side.
towards yes?
You wouldn't understand.
Why not? I've been engaged.
Yeah, to me. So it doesn't...
It counts more because we got out.
T, that was different.
Fine.
What's the harm in having a private celebration of our love?
The harm is in trying to recreate this arbitrary ritual based in misogyny and ownership.
We wouldn't be
The
recreating
harm is in
that.
having some mock version of a ceremony that doesn't mean anything. If Christopher gets sick, nobody will care that you had a fucking union ceremony. Marriage is a legal process for straight people. You want to emulate their lives, their ceremonies, while gaining none of their rights?
I know. But you should have seen his face, T. I want to give the love of my life something that makes him happy.
You can love him and be happy without doing something as stupid as a union ceremony.
It's not stupid.
Are you even thinking about the message that this would send?
The message?
You would be telling our community that marriage makes your love more valid. Marriage which is not afforded to us.
If anything, the message would be that we have love and long-term partnership that deserves celebration.
Well, I don't think that's the point.
I'm not finished. But why does there have to be a message? Why can't it just be a really good thing?
Everything we do has a message.
Everything you do has a message. Not all of us want to be activists all the time.
Well, you should.
Maybe I just want a moment for us to celebrate something special. Maybe I want to share that with my best friend.
You can't expect me to sit here and support you having a union ceremony. You're better than that.
Or you are.
Come on, you're too smart to fall into the trap of marriage or whatever a union
Life
ceremony
with
makes it.
Christopher is not a trap.
That's not what I meant.
You know what? I'm going to go.
Wait, Eric,
You know, it is really rich hearing you judge me and my relationship and my choices when yours aren't exactly making you the poster child for our community.
Excuse me?
You pretend to be straight every time you are with Deborah, claiming to be hiding in plain sight. What message does that send? Your supposed best friend can't know you're a lesbian.
No, that's not fair.
So you
Eric.
can hand out criticisms for other people, but you can't take it yourself. Oh, that's super community-oriented, T.
They're different situations.
Yeah. In mine, I am claiming who I am, and I am doing something about it.
Well, I fight what it for is
You
right
are
for
not
us.
the authority on what is right for me. This dogmatic bullshit is all well and good on paper, but this is my real life. You need to listen to me.
But I'm trying to make an
I'll
impact.
see you around.
Eric, wait!
Eric hightails it out of there. Teresa almost goes after him, but stops herself. She sits back down, pulls out her notebook, and starts writing. She is so engrossed that she doesn't notice Deborah.
Oh my God, Teresa!
Deborah!
I thought it was you.
What are you doing here?
I just got off work and I'm checking out the arboretum for my garden club before Paul picks me up. What are you doing here?
I was meeting a friend, and I come here all the time.
That makes sense. You live so close.
Yep.
Are you okay?
Yes. Yeah, sorry. I got into an argument with my friend.
You in an argument?
Shut it.
If this person is really a friend, it'll be fine. You're a passionate woman, but we still love you.
Thanks.
Do you mind if I sit with you for a bit?
Sure, yeah.
It's so nice running into you.
It is. So you're in a garden club now?
Yeah, I've been in it for a few months. It's one of the things that keeps me so busy. We meet once or twice a week, and I just love it. I've been connecting more with nature and being outside, and our garden is really starting to come along, mostly thanks to Paul. You should come see it sometime.
Well, that's great. I honestly need to find something that brings me back to nature.
Knowing you, I'm sure you're busy.
I am. My job at the Phoenix keeps me on my toes, plus GCN is taking a lot of time.
What's GCN?
Oh, yeah, just a small new paper I'm volunteering with. Nothing big.
That's nice. I'm sure they appreciate your experience.
Yes, exactly. And other than that, I'm doing community work. So I'm doing a lot, but it's all things I love.
You always get sucked up into your work. I hope you're making time for yourself.
I am. Don't worry about me.
I always
So
do.
how's Paul? How are your cooking lessons going with him?
Oh, not well. He is going to burn the kitchen down. Everything ends up charred.
Wow, that's impressive.
I know. We'll get him there eventually, though. And I need to tell you something.
Okay.
I can't believe I'm saying this out loud, but I think I'm pregnant.
Oh, a baby?
Yes! I'm late, so I'm going to the doctor next week for a urine sample.
Wow, Deborah, that's so...
I haven't even told Paul yet.
You haven't told him?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to get his hopes up.
Can't believe you told me before him.
I'm so excited!
I'm so excited for you!
Oh, and you're obviously going to be godmother.
Oh, I don't even remember the last time I went to church.
Me either. But that's not the point. The point is that you will be the most important person in the baby's life after me and Paul.
Wow.
I know.
I can't wait to meet your little you.
Or Paul.
Sure, or Paul.
I do hope our first is a girl, but I would never tell Paul that. And I'll be sad to leave work.
Yeah, that makes sense, but you'll be going back in a few months.
No, I think I'm going to leave work permanently.
You love being a nurse.
I know, but my mom didn't work and she was my best friend, so I always imagined that for myself too.
But it's really important.
Thank you for looking out for me, but I promise this is my choice.
Fine. You know it's okay to change your mind, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
So what about you?
What about me? No kids in my future, promise.
Well, obviously, at least for now. But any romance updates I should know about?
What? No, of course not.
Oh, I'm sorry, Teresa.
Don't be. I'm not looking for anything.
A man to be in your life, I know. Okay. Look, don't be mad at me.
Not the best way to start.
But Paul has this great friend from work who I think you'll really hit it off with.
You are not trying to set me up on a blind date.
Oh, don't think of it that way. Bob is great, and he is so similar to you.
This is not what I want.
But it's what you deserve. You haven't had a relationship since you broke off your engagement, and I think
please, this has nothing to do with Eric.
A rebound could be great for you.
It's not a rebound if it is 4 years later.
Okay, say you weren't looking for anything serious. It could still be good for you to go out with him for other things.
Deborah, are you telling me to have casual sex with Paul's friend?
I think it would do you wonders. Come on, Teresa, have you had sex with anyone since Eric?
Oh God, I didn't even
Give Bob a chance.
Listen, I'm sure Bob is great, but I'm not really...
I miss the Teresa who believed in love.
I do believe in love. Look, why can't you let me live my life how I want to? You don't listen, and Eric thinks it's hilarious that you think our engagement has anything to do with this.
You talk about this with him?
Of course I do. He's been my best friend since we were 5.
That's not normal. He's not normal.
Deborah.
Well, I'm sorry, but it's true. A normal man doesn't break up with such a catch and then talk about her love life with her for years after.
How many times do I have to tell you that the breakup was
Mutual. But how are you supposed to move on when he's always there?
He respects what I want.
Look, all I'll say is that Paul and I never really liked him. And I don't want to spread any nasty rumors, but we always thought he was a little queer.
What are you talking about? Eric?
You think you know him, but do you really?
Yes, I have known him practically my whole life.
I know you get to protect him.
Because he's family. And it's not okay to spread rumors like that. There is nothing wrong with being gay, but it could get him in trouble, and you know that.
I just can't think he's normal.
Of course he's normal. You need to let this go.
Fine, I'll let it go. But Paul and I can't be the only ones who think something about him. And if it could get him in trouble, it could get you in trouble. Don't mess around with that.
You know, I better get going.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
It's all right. I'll see you soon.
No, definitely. Get home safe. Bye.
Deborah moves in for a hug, but Teresa is already walking away.
Bye.
Deborah exits, and Teresa is alone in the Arboretum.
When Eric and I broke off our engagement, let me tell you, it was terribly dramatic. He was eating a ham and cheese sub, and I was eating an egg salad sub. We looked at each other almost simultaneously and asked, "Why are we getting married?" "I don't know." "Okay, let's not get married." "Okay, do you want some salt for your sub?" Oh, the pain and anguish of it all. We have real love and deep caring for one another. We don't need the artificial institution of marriage to keep us together.
Teresa closes her journal and exits. Scene 6. It is early morning the next day. Eric is sitting on his couch watching the news on TV. Christopher enters. The comfort of privacy affords them an intimacy that cannot be shown in public.
Dear, you know I hate starting the day with the TV on.
Oh, well, this is so much better than reading the newspaper in the morning.
Don't you think it'd be nice to talk to each other?
Well, that would be nice, but this is a story about a girl who overcame all odds. She only has one
Christopher dives for the
hand.
a wrestling match. The phone rings.
Ugh, it's too early for that.
In Eric's distraction, Christopher makes a break for the TV, shutting it off. Eric dives to turn it back on, but Christopher pushes him back onto the couch, showering him with kisses.
Fine, I surrender.
Maybe I would let a fiancé start his morning with TV, but I guess we'll never know.
Oh, well, actually...
Suddenly, there is a hard knocking at the door, growing more and more urgent. Eric goes to open the door and is almost plowed over as Teresa enters.
Teresa, what, are you okay? What happened?
There was an attack last night in the Arboretum. Lori didn't know much, but I had to make sure. I had to make sure it wasn't you.
Hey, look, we're okay.
I don't understand. An attack in the Arboretum?
Lori's at the hospital. All she knew is that 2 gay men were attacked in the Arboretum last night, and she's trying to find out more.
Oh my god, who was it?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wait, are Michael and Jason still in P-Town? When were they getting back?
Suddenly, the phone rings.
Hello?
After a moment,
Marty? Thank God. Have you talked to anyone? Do you know what happened? They were drinking at the other side.
I thought the attack happened at the Arboretum.
I thought the attack was happening at the Arboretum. It was.
How did they get there?
How did they get there? It's a 25-minute drive. Well, you know more than us. Yeah, Christopher is here, and Teresa. Okay, that's good.
Are Michael and Jason still in P-Town?
Do you know if Michael and Jason are still in P-Town? We can't remember. Yeah, you too. Bye.
Eric slowly hangs up the phone.
Marty said that they were at the other side before the attack, but still doesn't know who they are. He knows Sam is safe. They were together all night. He's heard from James, Rick, Gary, Joe, Dan. Michael and Jason are in P-Town until next week.
Hold on.
Christopher gets up and starts looking for something.
Eric, I'm so
You
sorry.
don't have to-
If that was our last conversation,
It
I don't...
wasn't. It won't be for a long time.
Got it.
What is that?
Eric's contact book. I knew you had it in here somewhere.
Christopher has gotten a pen and starts making marks in the book.
So we know Marty and Tom are okay. Michael and Jason are still away, and then Marty heard from James, Rick.
Gary, Joe, Dan.
Okay, got them.
What about Bruce and Harry?
Well, I've got Bruce.
Yeah, we should check
Christopher
on
goes to the phone and dials Bruce's number. The phone rings and keeps ringing.
Stay on a little bit longer.
Bruce, oh my god. Where were you? Okay, good. That means he's safe too. He was at Harry's. There was an attack last night in the Arboretum. We don't know. We don't know. They were at the other side, but were attacked in the Arboretum. That's pretty much it. We don't know how they got there from the bar. We know that Marty, Sam, Michael, Jason, Rick, Gary, Joe, and Dan are all safe, but we don't know about anyone else. Lori's at the hospital, so we're hoping that she'll have more information soon, but we don't know. Of course, you too. Okay, bye. That was the first that he'd heard of it.
The phone rings again. Eric answers it.
Hello? It's Lori. Are you still at the hospital? Yeah, Teresa's with us. Do you have any updates?
Eric stills as he listens to her. He forgets that he's on the phone until he hears Lori say his name once or twice.
Yeah, I'm still here. I'll let them know. Thank you for updating us. Yeah, I'll let her know. Bye.
Eric puts the phone back on the hook.
Lori is still at the hospital. One of the men just has a few injuries, but the other man has died.
She's sure.
She sounded sure.
Does she know who it was?
Not yet, but she's going to keep trying. And she's trying to call as many people as she can from the hospital.
We can call some people too.
Yeah.
But none of them move towards the phone.
I can try Marty.
Teresa grabs the book from Christopher. She goes to the phone, dials, and waits.
Busy.
Teresa tries another number.
Do they know who did this?
Lori didn't say. Who knows if the cops even know about this yet?
If they care.
We'll make sure they do.
Oh, and she said that GCN is meeting in an hour at the meeting house to talk and figure out how they can all help. She wanted me to let you know.
I'll let you know if anything new comes up. Stay safe.
Teresa exits. Christopher goes to the phone.
Hi, this is Chris Georgioulis. I woke up feeling ill and I won't be able to come into work today. Yes, I will be back tomorrow. Thank you.
Christopher joins Eric.
I can never go back.
You will. Maybe not right now, but you will go back. Look at me. Look at me.
Blackout. Scene 7. Lights up on Teresa's apartment. She's not writing. She doesn't have the words. A knock at her door. Teresa answers it.
Hi, Deborah.
I came as soon as I could. What's wrong?
It's just been a really bad few days. Thank you for coming.
Do you want to talk about it?
A man in my community was killed the other night.
Oh, Teresa, how well did you know him?
I didn't.
What?
I didn't know him, but he was a part of us and it still hurts. He was a gay man in our community and he was murdered.
I'm sorry?
In this whole situation, I need to tell you something.
Okay.
I'm a lesbian.
What?
I'm a lesbian. I love women and I always have.
Why would you say that?
Because it's true.
Stop it.
I'm here telling you I am. Please listen to me.
You can't be. That isn't who you are. I would know.
Maybe you should have known. If you did listen to me, if you would have seen me, seen that I wasn't interested in men or interested in the steps of your life you were trying so hard to get me to follow.
I thought I knew you.
You still know me. You know me more now. Nothing about me has changed.
Everything has changed. This whole time you've been with women, you lied to me.
I did not lie to you. I just didn't tell you the whole truth.
Like that's any better?
I didn't know how you were going to react. Please, try and see it from my perspective.
How can I? All this time I thought that you were normal, yet here you are.
Normal? I'm just like you.
You are not like me. Just stop it. It disgusts me to think of you this way.
Disgust you? No.
All
please.
that time I spent alone with you. Oh my God, the number of times we shared a bed. What was that?
What it always
was. Were you
was.
thinking about me? Every time I changed in front of you, were you looking at me and thinking about me?
No, of
That's
course
disgusting.
not.
You are disgusting.
Deborah, please stop.
And I was going to let you around my child to help with diaper changes, there to watch her grow up, and then what? Indoctrinate
What?
her like you indoctrinated me?
How?
With
No,
your
that's-
feminist stuff. That was all you.
We discovered that together.
I don't know you.
The only difference between who I was last week and who I am now is that I am ready to fight for the rights of homosexuals.
You don't have rights, and you shouldn't fight for something you will never get.
You don't want me to have rights? You always said you couldn't wait for my wedding. Now you don't want that?
You can't have a wedding.
But I could if I had the right to marry a woman.
What are you talking about? You would destroy the sanctity of marriage if you married a woman.
But what if it made me happy?
Grow up.
What can I do? Tell me, Deborah, what can I do to show you that my happiness is just as valuable as yours?
Take this all back.
I can't do that. That is not who I am.
Then you will be a failure.
I am not a failure. Homosexuals are not failures.
Of course they are.
No, they are
Didn't
not.
you say a gay man was killed? What's that? A failure.
You think he deserved it?
Well, he wouldn't have been messed with if he wasn't a queer.
You aren't who I thought you were either.
I have never lied.
No, maybe
like you.
not, but I thought you were a loving, compassionate person. I thought we both cared about other people.
I do care about regular, normal people.
I can't believe I really thought you would understand.
You were hiding for a reason. You were hiding because you know that you are living a life I can't condone.
I really hope one day you realize how wrong you are, but I cannot wait around for that. I need to protect myself and the people I love.
I'm the one who needs protection.
No, you aren't! You never did! Now please leave. You are not welcome here anymore.
Goodbye, Teresa.
And Deborah is gone. Teresa deflates. She moves to her journal.
People ask me why I'm gay. I usually ask them why they're straight. It takes guts to be gay. Correction, it takes guts to admit you're gay and do something about it. I realize that homosexuality is not bad or evil, that society is afraid, scared, armored against believing that women can love each other or men can love each other. Even though society is scared of us and what we represent, coming up against that in real life is still hard. We are human. Rejection hurts. As much as I want to yell, fuck you, off into the distance, the reality is harder. But to change our reality, we need to fight back. That is what I'm doing. I am fighting for and with my gay brothers and sisters. We dare show love for members of our own sex, and we will not be rejected for that forever. We are stronger together, and it is time to show that.
Teresa looks at what she wrote, then leaves. Scene 8. In the morning, Christopher begins readying himself while Eric watches.
I need to go to work. I can't miss another day. I'll be back in a few hours. Leave my work number. It's by the phone. I love you.
Christopher kisses Eric and then leaves. Eric sits and doesn't move.
I love you.
As the day passes, it takes a toll on Eric. This takes some time. Now it's evening and there's a knocking at his door.
Eric? Eric, are you still home?
Eric quickly gets up and opens the door. Christopher runs in, holding a copy of GCN in his hands. He hugs Eric, squeezing him hard.
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
This was in your mailbox when I got back. I didn't want to read it without you.
In her apartment, Teresa takes out her copy of GCN.
Gay brother murdered. As of this writing, details on the recent murder and assault of 2 patrons of the other side are still somewhat nebulous. The story from different credible sources is as follows. The 2 victims met shortly before the bar closed. They were approached by the 6 assailants and invited to a party with promises of booze, some pot, and a lot of fun. The 8 men left the bar and drove around the areas of Forest Hills and Jamaica Plain.
The driver of the vehicle stopped near a rear entrance to the Arnold Arboretum at South and Busey Streets. The 8 sat and conversed until one of the 6 yelled "now" and began their attack. Both victims were repeatedly beaten and struck with clubs, knives, and an assortment of other weapons. The victims were then robbed of cash, wallets, jewelry, and watches. The 6 men dragged the 2 bodies to a sewer main at the edge of the Arboretum. The 2 men were then dropped through a 27-inch opening into the deepest section of the sewer. The cover to the sewer was replaced and the 6 fled.
The one conscious survivor waited until he was sure his attackers were gone before yelling for help. After an undetermined amount of time, an unidentified motorist passing by heard him and stopped. The survivor of this heinous crime was admitted to the hospital with multiple contusions and has been listed in fair condition. The other victim was pronounced dead on arrival at the hospital. The medical examiner stated that the dead man inhaled a combination of mud and water and then suffocated after being thrown unconscious into the sewer.
In light of this tragedy, Gay Media Watch is planning on attending and speaking up at Mass Reaction tonight at 7:30 p.m. We will be meeting at the RKO building in Government Center at 7 p.m. to walk in together. Gay Media Watch has 10 tickets. We welcome anyone who wants to join us to speak out or just show support by being there.
Teresa readies herself and exits.
Teresa, she must be going on.
Probably.
She can't do this, not right now.
She knows what she's doing.
She's gonna hurt herself. Look at what happened the other night. Putting herself on TV is only gonna draw more attention.
I'm going.
What?
I'm going. We can't let her do this alone.
No, you can't. I won't let you.
You can't stop me, Eric. I can't stay here and spiral. I have to do something.
What if something happens?
They have 10 tickets. We'll be safer in numbers.
You can't.
Come on, Eric. We can't spend our lives waiting, scared something bad will happen. Teresa is out there fighting for us. I want to be doing that. Don't you? Please, can you fight for us? Not just the community, but you and me. A future for ourselves. It isn't going to just happen. We need to make it happen.
What if...
Just go to support team. You don't need to stand in front of everyone making grand statements to be a part of the fight.
I don't know if I can.
You can. I know you can because you care. Help me fight for our future.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, let's go.
Eric turns towards the door but stops, frozen.
You can't stay in here forever.
No.
Ready?
Ready.
They leave the apartment. Scene 9. Teresa sits in a live studio audience reading through her notes.
Media is that through or by which anything is accomplished.
She clocks Eric and Christopher enter as they find their seats.
Welcome back to Mass Reaction. Eager tonight. Yes, young lady, get us started.
When was the last time you saw, read, or heard something uncompromisingly good about homosexuality on TV? In newspapers? On radio?
You again. Come on, don't you think we've given the faggots their fair share of airtime?
The straight establishment media have very little good to say about gays, about us, and the gay liberation movement.
We don't care.
To the majority of Boston media outlets, including this one, we just don't exist. Media sells America on the straight life, and so TV cannot afford us to show homosexuals in a positive light.
And what if there's nothing positive to show?
Of course there is. I'm a homosexual, and I live a wonderful, positive life that is full of love and community. But mass media doesn't want you to know people like me exist. That is why we have to make it happen ourselves. Gay community news, gay way radio, and gay media watch are things that we can't keep up with. We cannot stand up. We need you to start showing fair, accurate, consistent coverage of the homosexual in all local media. You have to help us. And until you do, we will not stop coming on here.
You better stop coming here. Let's move on to the next topic.
No, we cannot move on. Gay people are being targeted. A gay man in Boston, here, our liberal city, was murdered this week in a homophobic attack.
We're going to head to a commercial break.
He was a human being. We don't
No, he
deserve
was
violence.
not
We
a man.
deserve life. And I knew that coming on here could put me in danger, but I did it anyway. That is how important the fight is. What does that tell you?
You are embarrassing yourself.
What? No. You need to listen to me. This is an important...
Security, see this one and her friends removed? Don't come back. You won't be let in.
No.
Right, don't come back.
No, please. You need to listen.
Teresa is thrown out. She doesn't glance back for Eric and Christopher. Once she's put some distance between herself and the studio, she pulls out her journal.
Quote from Pretty Boy Anchorman of Mass Reaction. Slick media megalomaniac, openly biased against homosexuals, and in a newsman. That is inexcusable. Visible every night to hundreds of people. We have no comparable access. We must rely on each other.
Teresa packs up and continues on her way. Scene 10. Back in Eric's apartment, he and Christopher are waiting for Teresa.
Before all of this,
Yes?
it sounded like you were going to say something about the union ceremony right before Teresa came.
Oh. Yeah,
Maybe someday it'll feel safer to have more.
sick of waiting around for some days.
There's a knock at the door. Eric gets up and answers it. It's Teresa.
Hi, T.
Thank you for coming.
We couldn't let you do that alone.
You should have seen him. He was about to barge out of here with no shoes on.
How are you doing?
It's okay. It's been a long day. You guys?
Same.
Any more news? We saw GCN before Mass Reaction, but it didn't say who they were.
Yeah. Lori called this morning. The man who survived was Steven. I think he was at the last dance at the meeting house. At least that's what Lori said.
Is he tall, did she say?
Yeah, she said he's a tall guy who's pretty young. I think he was still in college.
He is just a kid.
And the man who died, she said his name is Ken.
I don't think I know any Kens.
I don't either.
Apparently, Tara was bartending that night, and she said he just got to Boston last week, so I don't know who knew him.
Do you know if anyone's checked in on Steven?
Lori said that he was still at the hospital last she heard. He's okay, but I think he's being held in for observation. There was talk at the GCN meeting about setting up some kind of defense club. Get someone in to teach us how to defend ourselves.
I would go.
Maybe we can all go together?
Sounds like a plan. It also feels like there has to be a better way to get in touch with each other. Making marks in my book is fine, but what if someone doesn't keep track of numbers? Do they have to go to the phone book?
You know, my parents were a part of a prayer pyramid. I think it was called at home. If someone at church felt like they needed an extra prayer, they would contact the pyramid and then get passed around. Maybe we could do something like that.
It's a really great idea, hon. That way no one person is responsible for getting information to everyone.
I can see if GCN can put something out in Helmet. That way it's a group of people working on it, not just us.
That would be great.
And I can let you know when our next meeting is. You can come in and pitch it and we can figure it out together.
We'll be there.
And our staff meetings are usually on Tuesdays, but we might meet earlier this week. I'll let you know.
Sounds good.
And I owe you an apology
No, you don't. It's already
too.
forgotten.
I do. I'm sorry I went on a tirade at you. I wasn't listening and I wasn't there for you.
Thank you.
I had no right to judge you. And you were right. Deborah did not take it well.
Did not take what well.
I came out to Deborah last night.
What?
Yes.
You did?
I felt like I needed to be out to her. And as the last person in my life, I wasn't, but she called me disgusting and accused me of trying to indoctrinate her children, and it sucked.
She has children?
Not yet. But she tried to tell me to get over it and let it go, but I couldn't. And then she said that Ken deserved what happened to him because he was gay.
Oh my God.
And so I kicked her out. In a weird way, she inspired me to go on Mass Reaction again.
I can't believe you kicked her out.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of sad about it. She was like my sister. And I know you're both thinking I told you so right now, and it's okay. I feel so stupid. Everyone around me knew who she was and what would happen, but I couldn't help myself. I really thought when the time came, she would understand. I thought deep down she knew.
You love her. You can't blame yourself for feeling hopeful.
It's brave to feel hope like that.
T, what do you need from us? We're here for you.
Will you please keep me company at GCN on Friday night? I know it's risky to get involved, but no one will be there, just me. I drew the short straw to fold and envelope the papers, and it could be nice to have company and forget Deborah. She isn't who I choose as my family.
Of course.
We'll be there.
And is it okay if I stay here tonight? I don't want to be alone.
You can stay here tonight and any other time you want.
I'm glad we're all together.
Me too.
They all cuddle up on Eric's couch. Scene 11. Teresa, Eric, and Christopher are moving around the gay community news office. They're organizing and getting set up for the night.
GCN has been both pleased and surprised by the response we are getting from gays outside the greater Boston area. We encourage gay people from all over New England, especially those who have no access to gay media coverage, to submit news articles and events. If you feel you are not being represented, remember, GCN is here to serve all gay people. At this time, GCN would like to make an earnest plea for people to volunteer their services for layout and taste up. If you have any experience in this field and would like to volunteer your energies on Tuesday evening, GCN would be more than glad to welcome you into the growing gay community movement.
Wow, so this is it, huh? I was hoping to see you the other night at the meeting.
Oh, right? We would all not be able to fit in here. Too many volunteers showed up.
You need a bigger space.
Yeah, you think? Lori said she was going to start looking for a new space for us. She mentioned talking to Charlie about sharing the fag rag office, but we'll see what happens. I feel like we're all stepping on each other all the time.
Christopher reveals a bottle of wine and some plastic cups.
Is wine okay? It's after hours, but it's still an office, so I wasn't sure.
Pretty sure we've been drunk in this very room before. Yeah, it's fine. It's not like we're doing anything hard.
Wow, that's a lot of papers we need to fold.
I know. We've grown a lot in the past few months.
This is really amazing, T.
The three of them settle in and find a rhythm to folding and stuffing envelopes.
Look, it's the pyramid announcement.
Let me see.
No way of activating the entire gay community at very short notice in any emergency situation.
Telephone pyramid is now being formed to fill this need.
Once a representative group of community people decide a crisis exists which requires action,
A list of people will be called who in turn will call a small number of others from a list already in their possession. Process continues until as much of the community as possible
has been notified.
Numbers will be kept in strict confidence with no one other than the organizers having the entire list. Any calls will be discreet.
Look at that. We did that together.
And it came out great. It's super clear. And I think the safety part is really helpful.
Yeah, Gary's suggestion to keep everyone discreet with the list was great.
Now we just have to see how many people contact us about it.
First self-defense class felt full, so I think people will reach out.
T, do you think they'll still let outside volunteers at meetings? I really liked being able to help out.
Definitely. We need all the help we can get.
I know I don't have newspaper experience, but I can offer ideas, and I can learn fast.
We'll be happy to have you more regularly.
Wow, look at the two of you. T, it looks like the paper is doing exactly what you wanted and bringing people together.
Maybe we'll be okay after all.
Have you been back to the Arboretum?
I walked through a bit the other day. It wasn't as scary as I was expecting it to be. Have you been back?
Not yet.
Maybe you just need to do it. Rip off the bandage.
I can go with you. I know how special it is to you. Anytime we get together, you always ask to be there.
It's my favorite place.
I won't let you lose it.
I won't. Actually, the two of you have been really inspiring.
Oh, well, of course we have.
We're inspirational.
I'm being serious. I want to be brave like you. Christopher, I meant what I said, and I am done waiting for some days. Christopher Georgioulis, will you marry me?
What?
Or, more accurately, will you have a union ceremony with me?
What?
Will you have a union ceremony with me in the Arboretum?
In public?
Yes.
But if it didn't feel safe then to do it in public, it definitely doesn't feel safe now. Aren't you worried?
Of course I am. But I'm worried about our safety every time we leave the house. I'm worried about someone at work watching me walk out of Jacques and I get fired. I'm worried that I'll be walking in the wrong place at the wrong time, looking slightly more gay than other people walking around me, and that's it. That's what gets me in trouble.
And with all that fear, you still want to have a union ceremony.
Of course I do. If these last few weeks have taught me anything, it's that life is better when we're together and that our time could be up at any moment. So we might as well live how we want with the people that we want.
Okay, but in the Arboretum?
Look at all these papers we're folding. The community is here and strong together. They'll be here for us, for our love and our protection.
Do you think they'll come?
Of course. Look around.
Are you sure?
Only if you are.
I'm sure.
And Teresa,
Yes?
you were right. Everything we do sends a message. You might not agree with this one, but I want that message to be that our love is more important than their hate. That our love is a reason to celebrate. Our message is joy.
I can't think of anything more perfect. Not just for the community, but for you both.
Teresa, you should officiate.
Yes!
I can't. I'm not ordained.
It's not legal.
I've been trying not to think about weddings, remember?
Maybe you should try getting ordained just to see what happens.
All right, fuck you guys. Just get back to folding these papers.
They fold and fold. Scene 12. A few weeks later in the Arnold Arboretum.
On Sunday morning, August 19th, approximately 25 people assembled in a sunny spot under the arbor in the Arnold Arboretum to witness the spiritual union between Eric DeRusso and Christopher Georgoulis. Eric and Christopher stated they wanted to do something extra special to show people the depth of their love. The service did not have any legal sanctioning, but was considered two people making a commitment to each other. The two men were united in a short ceremony by the following quote: "I declare you are a couple, living together as one, but still separate and unique, and that you shall live together as long as you both shall love." It is encouraging that the Arboretum is still a place where love can bloom in spite of its recent sordid history.
Teresa takes this copy of GCN, folding it and enveloping it. End of play.